Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Mental Health Diaries Podcast. An unscheduled podcast today. Wasn't expecting to jump on live, but here I am. I wanted to come live because I wanted to share with you a really good experience that I had today through Time to Change for Wales, which are a non-profit company funded by the Welsh Government that helps promote mental health and mental health awareness throughout Wales. And I did some media training with them today, and it was very eye-opening to see how all that works. It was very, informative. It was good to see that um, mental health is having a light shined on it. Mental health is having something spoken about because it is tomorrow a very special day in the mental health community. It's Time to Talk Day, and it's an initiative being run by Time to Change for Wales, which is it encourages everyone to talk about mental health. That is going live tomorrow and across all the social medias. So if you want to find out what this company are doing, head over to their website, Time to Change for Wales, and I'm massively honoured to have my story and my quotes on Time to Talk Day published in their press release for Time to Talk Day. It was a humbling experience to tell my story. It was very satisfying, I would say. I got some gratification that, finally something is happening in the mental health community to let people know that talking about mental health isn't this big thing. It doesn't have to be this big thing. And I learned how to um, conduct myself in an interview. I learned how to manage the questions, manage the interview, all these different things that go with working in the media. The training was really thought out. It was well constructed, and I really enjoyed it. It was one of the best experiences I've had for a long time because the people at Mind Cymru and the Time to Change for Wales, some amazing people. They were so welcoming, um, and they made me feel at ease. They made me feel like I wanted to share my story. So look out for that on the Time Change Wales website tomorrow. The press release will be featured my story, and what I think about um, Time to Talk Day. And I really hope people in the mental health community take advantage of the Time to Talk Day tomorrow, because it's all about um, starting that conversation. Because the hardest part of mental health at the start, when you feel like you're on your own, when you feel like you're suffering, there's two things that you need to do um, in order for you to get on that road to recovery. In my experience, anyway, first of all, you need to accept that there's an illness, and you need to accept that you're struggling. The acceptance is a massive part of being able to find the courage to move on. So accept that you're in trouble, accept that your mind is not well, and accept that you need help. The second part is engaging in a conversation, starting a conversation about the subject, about mental health and how you're feeling. Because once you've done those two things, you're on the road to recovery. Once you've done those two things, that you've accepted there's an illness and you're asking for help, that is a massive step towards being on the road to recovery. And it's important that we're having this Time to Talk Day. This national campaign that's being run for Time to Change Wales is amazing. That these people are putting on these days for the mental health community. That they're encouraging their champions and their ambassadors, like myself, who agreed to become an ambassador today, and one of their champions. So that's a massive honour for me to help them going forward with, educating, the wider community about mental health, and using my, personal experience with PTSD, anxiety and depression to get the message across that, starting a conversation is the hard part. That is the hard part of the battle. And then there is plenty of help out there for you when you're looking for help. Just admitting that you need help is a big thing. It's a massive thing. And I think, um, you know, learning from everything that I heard, taking in and absorbing all the information from the media training, um, you know, it's new, the speaking on camera and speaking, to people, or, is quite new to me. I was very nervous. I still am. Um, but the the way I motivate myself to get through that is the why. The why is the reason that I'm doing it. And the reason that I'm doing it is to let people know that it's okay to suffer with mental health. It's also okay to not be okay. And that you're not alone. That is the main message. You are not alone. And yeah, you know, you may feel like that. You may feel like you're on your own, but you're not. You may feel like there's no hope. You may feel like there's no light at the end of the tunnel. Believe me, I've been there, and sometimes I'm still there. Um, but there's some amazing people out there. You just got to be open to the help. You have to embrace the help, and you have to embrace the message that you're asking them for help. If you can embrace that opportunity by stepping forward and saying, I'm struggling, I need help, can we talk about this? That is half the battle. And you are on the road to recovery once you've done that. It doesn't matter what the people around you say, it doesn't matter what society says you must be. You need to be comfortable in yourself. So if you're struggling within yourself, and you haven't got an identity, and you're really struggling to deal with the past and deal with traumatic events, then the only way we can exercise those demons is by facing them head on. But first, you need to accept that there's an illness. And secondly, you need to start the conversation. And that is what tomorrow is all about. Time to Talk Day is a massive day in the mental health community, where we stand loud and proud and say that mental health is okay, and mental health suffering is okay, because it is. And whoever tells you different is just plain wrong. Don't suffer in silence anymore. There are plenty of organisations like Time to Change Wales, like Mind Cymru, that are out there waiting to help you. They can only do that if you ask them for help. So that it's that acceptance and that courage to ask for help. So what I'm saying to you guys tonight is, from what I've learned today, and the caring nature that I've seen around mental health in a professional environment like today, like the media training, it was very um, heartwarming that there are people out there that want this message to be heard, that are behind breaking those stigmas and raising awareness. That is massively important, because 95% of the people who suffer with mental health, in my own opinion, is because they keep it inside. They haven't got the courage, or they're too scared to come out and talk about it. And I was for a long time. Communication is a very, very powerful thing, and it's the key to unlocking those demons. Not talking to someone and not reaching out for help almost cost me my life last year. So I've learned that it's important. Now, I think you can listen to counsellors, doctors, therapists, and it's always good to listen to the mental health professionals, speaking from an educational standpoint, and from a professional standpoint. But I think what's missing between the media and the general public is that it needs to be a human. There needs to be a human element to the interview. to the message. And I think organizations, and private organizations and podcasters and whoever that it may be, instead of getting educational views, which are important, obviously, and medical professional views, which is important, the key to unlocking strength in lots of people to come forward and talk about mental health is by letting people be able to connect to people who are going through what they're going through, who have actual life experience of it. I've been there, I've worn the t-shirt, and I've still got the t-shirt on. I'm going through massive struggles with PTSD, depression, and anxiety. And it's something that, um, you know, I don't want to happen to someone else. What happened to me last year, I wouldn't wish it on anyone. And I wouldn't wish the thoughts, the pain, the self-harming, and the suicidal thoughts on anyone. No one deserves that. Doesn't matter what mistakes we might have made in the past. We're not our past. It's gone. We can't change it. The future's not here yet, but we can affect how we react to situations. So that's where connecting to information, finding the courage, taking that leap of faith that there are people out there willing to help you. I promise you, you will be you will be surprised at how many people are out there waiting to help you, waiting to engage in that conversation with you, and waiting to be inspired, because your story shouldn't be something that you're ashamed of. Your story and you speaking out on mental health will inspire someone else one day. It will inspire other people to want to do the same thing. And like I've said before, communication is a very, very powerful thing. Your voice is a very powerful thing. So take part tomorrow in Time to Talk Day. Spread the message. Let's raise awareness together. Break down those stigmas that we all know surround mental health, and keep pushing forward. But I just wanted to say tonight, come on live and say that I've had this. I was invited by this amazing charitable organisation, Time to Change Wales, in affiliation with Mind Cymru. They gave me lots of media training. They gave me the opportunity to join the local radio station on Friday, and also my stories being featured in their main press release for Time to Talk Day. So I was very honoured and humbled that they asked me to do that. And I want to obviously champion mental health, and I want to help people who think that they're on their own, because if I can do it, you can do it. I will be live tomorrow at some point for a special edition of the Mental Health Podcast, the Mental Health Diaries Podcast, should I say, for Time to Talk Day, discussing the press release, which will be very. I'll pop the link on my live as well tomorrow. So if you do want to see, the press release, I'll have a link to that in the video description when I go live tomorrow. So look out for that. I will be streaming live on my YouTube channel for Time to Talk Day, mental health awareness. I'll be available online, live on YouTube, to anyone that suffers with mental health and thinks that they're on their own when they're not. Hashtag Time to Talk Day, mental health awareness. Look after yourself, look after your family and friends, and I will be speaking to you soon on the Mental Health Diaries. And don't forget, Time to Talk Day tomorrow. Very, very important. And look out for me on Radio Cardiff on Friday between 9:30 and 10:30, where I'll be going on there as an ambassador for Time to Change Wales and speaking about mental health and Time to Talk Day. Thank you for watching. I'll speak to you all soon. Take care. Goodbye.